Hi, I'm Tanya Seaman and I'm going to show you how to cast on with the rib cable cast on to make 2 mittens at one time using magic loop. This cast on creates a beautifully continuous edge for 1x1 ribbing that is also stretchy. This is also a great cast on for working socks 2 at a time from the cuff down. To begin, you'll need a long circular needle for making your mittens, about 32 inches or 40-inch cable, and either another circular or 2 double-pointed needles of the same size as your working needles. First, cast on the wrist stitches for 1 mitten. I'm using the long tail cast on to place my first 2 stitches on the needle. Now I take my right hand needle and push from front to back knitwise between these 2 stitches. Wrap my yarn around to create a knit stitch and put this new stitch at the end of my left hand needle. Now we will create a purl stitch. Bring the right hand needle from the back to the front purlwise between the last 2 stitches, wrap the yarn around to create a purl stitch, and put this new stitch at the end of the needle. I will repeat these 2 once again. Notice where the yarn is, as it will help you choose whether to knit or purl the next stitch. If it's in front, we have just completed a purl stitch, and the next one should be a knit stitch. If the yarn is in back, we have just completed a knit stitch, and the next one should be a purl stitch. Continue until all the stitches have been placed. For my mittens, I want 20 stitches for the wrist, so I will cast on 20 stitches now. To work these in magic loop, we need to split these stitches between the needles. So let's find where to divide them by counting 10 stitches. Here I will gently pull the cord through so the stitches sit parallel to each other on the needles. First, we have to set up the stitches for the other mitten. To cast on the stitches for the other mitten, we have to use our double-pointed needles. We will cast on all of the stitches again onto one of these needles in exactly the same way as on the circular needle. First, we will divide the stitches between our double-pointed needles and hold the stitches the way we see them on the circular needle. Let's start by putting the first half of the stitches here onto the other needle. So now let's put the stitches on the front needle from the front double-pointed needle. Now we'll put the stitches from the back double-pointed needle onto the back circular needle. We now have both live yarns in the back in position to begin knitting both sets of front stitches. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful.